I'm Chris Warren, I'm a meditation teacher.
And I'm Dan Keneally, and I'm a meditation teacher. We're talking about charm. Charm.
Yeah.
We first heard the phrase used exceptionally well by Vedic meditation teacher, master Thom Knoles. It's a subject that we both love.
Yeah.
Both love talking about sharing our experiences of charm, following charm, what that means, because it can lead to so much positivity that we often share with each other.
What has changed for you through being charmed?
Everything. Everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. It's acting on an impulse. Impulsivity has got negative and positive connotations, right? But it's impulsivity with the right intention that comes from like a gut instinct, a place of intuition or charm. You know, a place of charm, something that charms you, that feels different, that pulls you towards following it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go this way. You know, there's lots going on, so much stimulus in the world, but something is grabbing my attention in a charmful way over here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to walk in this direction.
It just feels right for you.
It just feels exciting.
Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah.
You know, something that, let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Let's see. You don't have to know what the end result is.
No,
you just follow it. And I'll give you an example. So, a year ago, I was thinking about selling my house. Big decision. You know, where will I live? What will I do? How will it affect my, you know, the work that I do, the relationships, friendships, connections that I kind of maintain. I just knew that I wanted to be somewhere near my nephew. So that was it. Where am I going to go? I don't know. Call an estate agent, just put my house on the market. Further down the line, there was about 6 weeks to completion, and I still didn't know where I was going to go or what I was going to do. But I was fully invested and excited in something will happen. You know, I've already followed the charm to get to this point. I've made a decision that's exciting. Let's go. Now that might be quite a dramatic thing to sell your house because you feel the charm to go and be near someone that you want to watch grow up. But equally, it can be small decisions that we make throughout the day. Or you see a gig that's in Paris and you think, I'd love to go to that gig. So I've been in a position where I've just gone online and just booked tickets. Flight, accommodation, no idea. It doesn't matter. But I've got tickets for I thought, now that charms me. I'm just going to find a way and go to that gig. You go. It was amazing. You know, you just follow that impulse. You get that feeling and you trust in your instinct to follow it.
Yeah. Now I want to push you a little bit on this because I think there's more charm than the house is going on. And I don't know if you want to share or not, but it feels like your path has been showing you the way almost, and it's and things are lining up and have lined up.
The more you follow charm, the more doors have opened up. That's my experience. It might have started off as just a little pull inside to go in one direction. 2 months later, 2 years later, there's just doors opening up, and I'm just walking into doors left, right, and centre.
Yeah, it really is lining up.
And we've had loads of discussions about, you know, the changes that I've had and the changes that are coming up, all from being charmed by an idea a few years ago. I want to be a meditation teacher. That was my charm. I've never been hit by something so strongly in my life as that moment when I was sat in front of a teacher, and within a couple of minutes of even meeting him, this is what I'm going to do. I don't know how, when, why, where. I'm going to do this. No plans in place, but it's just going to happen. And that just set me on a journey of just following charm. Desire, I wanted to mention, because you're more versed on kind of the Buddhist philosophies than I am, but this idea that desire is the root of all suffering. It's not necessarily true, because nature-informed desire is how Thom Knoles describes charm. It's desire that's come from nature by meditating and connecting with the innermost self. It's bubbled up from inside you. That's where this desire comes from. Follow that. That's an evolutionary desire. Really beautiful thing to have in your mindset, that if I feel it, I'm going to follow it.
Well, I think the suffering comes from the attachments to it, and that can be whether you want something so much that you start all these stories in your head about how you justifying it, or what the plan is. We can resist our own charmness. Most of us can have this kind of feeling like when we want something or we want to express, the brain says, "Oh, wait a minute, don't ask for too much, don't stand out," and then we have all this internal stuff. It gets stuck. So for me, that kind of letting it flow, like I want that thing, and it will happen somehow, and something will line up, is a state that I have had to relearn. It's very natural, but I've had to get out my own way. So we can be attached to our things we want in a way that we want them too much, or we don't let ourselves want them. We kind of, we can't have that thing, like, maybe I don't deserve it. So we can have all this weird stuff from the mind, from patterns, maybe karma, maybe all these old patterns, that by living a charmed life you just don't have to deal with all that. And I quite like this idea of, when I think of charmed, I think of like a piece of jewellery in like a Dungeons and Dragons or Lord of the Rings or something, and when you come near it, it lights up in the dark, and it draws you to it.
It will reveal itself to you, and
nice.
It will reveal itself to you through feeling. You call it natural there. Think about that inner charm that we feel as a natural source of charm. Nature-informed desire. I like the word attachment that you used earlier. Maybe attached desire is the root of all suffering.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
That's normally made with maybe the mind, intellect, and egos in control,
concepts,
rather than your kind of gut feeling.
Yeah.
That kind of first brain that we have. Following the charm. Any examples of when you've maybe just followed a gut feeling, intuition, I'm just going to go with this and see what happens?
Well, I'm loving it at the moment with the creative side, the YouTube stuff that I'm doing, and it feels like it's very much a bottom-up kind of feeling. I'm being drawn towards something. It feels like it's coming from here, rather than thinking in my head, I've got to make this thing, what are all the steps to YouTubing and that kind of thing. I'm actually just creating and writing at the moment, and opportunities are coming to me. People are coming to me to work with me, and it's almost like by doing less in a certain way, less trying equals more results. It's something it's a new way of living, and I'm loving it. Something else I'm really noticing is when other people are charmed, and that's the same. It's almost the same feeling. So if you have an idea about the meetup that we do, or in my collaborations, creative projects like YouTubing, if someone's got an idea on the thumbnail or something, I'm kind of getting out my own way. When I was younger, I would have, my ego would have wanted to put its prints all over everything I do or I'm involved in, and it just caused trouble. I'd be involved in conversations and email chains that I wasn't that bothered about. And so seeing when other people are charmed by this, maybe it's a greater intelligence, and it seems to be that way. I know that sounds quite spiritual, but when it's just shown me that by getting out of the way, an actual really nice creative path is happening. Good things are happening with less of my ego effort.
I really like the idea that you mentioned spiritual terms, this idea that the one single unified field of consciousness that pervades everything in existence, this idea that has an agenda, and that agenda is evolution, and that's what we're feeling that charm to evolve. This isn't about being charmed towards doing things that are gonna impact humanity in a negative way or impact ourselves in a negative way. It's not that kind of charm to do something destructive.
No.
You know, wildly destructive, but it's that charm to do something that will aid your own evolution, you know, good decisions, good intention. It's that aspect, and that's the meditation connection. It's the dipping in and out of that unified field, that pure source of intelligence, and that informs our charm that we can then use on the outside.
I love this, and it might sound spiritual to some people, but things are more complicated than we know. And I certainly know when my mind gets complicated and tries to think out a plan, it causes me more trouble. So something does work when I do this, even without the kind of spirituality side to it. If the meditation is like a palate cleanse every day, some of those kind of old ruminations from yesterday, your problems from yesterday, if that's kind of let go of to some extent, you let go of some of these kind of worries and this kind of patterns, so you're not seeing them in your daily life. So it's like a palate cleanse. Then you are kind of a blank canvas to sort of feel this charm. You're not going to be just carrying on with your worry. You're going to have this nice meditative kind of break every day and a fresh slate to then be charmed by what you want to do or what you've been drawn to.
Definitely, and it might be a small decision. It might be your friend saying, you maybe plan to stay in the evening. I've had a rough week and I just want to get home and you know, put my tracksuit on, and someone will say, do you want to go out later? And something inside you will go, yeah, go on. As small as that, as small as choices about where you're going, what you're doing, what you're eating, right through to big decisions, you know, that positive impulsivity that we spoke about. Let's book that holiday, let's book that flight. I want to go to Rome. Go. Just go. You know, within your own limitations, obviously, but do things. You know, if you feel that pull, follow it. You know, don't resist. Don't create friction with something that's coming from such a pure state. You know, when it's such a natural feeling like you described before, to deliberately put a barrier in and create friction between between you and what might be. You know, we're blocking that decision making process. That's the purest form of decision making that you can get. It's unfiltered. Follow it, you know, and just see. You know, that's the attitude to have.
I love that. And also, don't let it stop you from. Don't stop yourself from doing things. But also, a lot of people do stuff, but then they'll just be thinking about it, like they'll be planning it to the nth degree. Of I've got these really strong things that if I'm going to go to Rome, it's got to be like this and this. Let that go. There's a nice thing about developing that trust in that charmedness. It's like, I want to go do that thing. The experiences that I want to have or need to have will happen when I'm there. And it's just stepping into that place of the mind stepping back more and more.
Definitely. I was guilty of that years ago. I went to Morocco for the first time, and friends that had been to Morocco said it's a really crazy place. And I was thinking, well, I want to go and see, you know, X, Y, Z, and we've got a certain amount of days, and different things are over here and different things are over there. So I almost built like a schedule for the week that I was there, and it was really restricting and limiting when I was there, because I was almost just like following a structure that was preset. There was no spontaneity involved.
No.
There was no you know, impulsivity involved. There was no following charm involved there.
And Morocco feels like somewhere where structure doesn't kind of work anyway.
Not at all.
They're not very punctual and stuff.
Not at all. Not at all. Years later, I went. Last year, in fact, and I went with no agenda.
Nice.
And we went there with no agenda. The first time I went, I got lost in the souks. If you've ever been to Marrakesh, the markets and the souks, beautiful experience. Hectic, chaos, crazy. As the night falls and there's no street lamps, and you know, it can get a little bit intimidating. We need to be in this place, we're lost, and don't show that you're tourists, who knows what might happen, and the stress starts to rise. The last time I went, we just walked. We had nowhere to be. And if you've got nowhere to be, we couldn't get lost. And it was it was the most freeing experience. We were just walking and just enjoying what was coming at us at face value. There was no pressure to be anywhere. and it made for a much better experience.
Yeah.
Just following the charm. You know, that in that micro, you know, cosm of experience, that's it.
That is it.
You know, just follow that charm and just accept what comes at you. It's beautiful.